don't know if you're gonna get rest today, love. You get back here. We have like corn and other stuff also growing as well. We have like some crops that are exclusively for the animals, so we're not going to touch them, like flowers and hay grass and shit. So the animals do have food that I won't harvest, right? But I need to get them off our food so that they can go eat that shit. And in the event that somebody accidentally does harvest it, well, we'll feed it back to them in training anyway, so it's fine. Doesn't matter too much. So I think Cricket is in a daze. I also have to go check on Anasan at some point, because like I'm pretty sure her and Chimpanzee were like in a relationship for quite a long time. It is a bit of a surprise that they've like just suddenly broken up. I can't. It is RimWorld. It's one of those like I can't fathom why this has happened, but it's happened. So we'll steal all of these, mate. You're gonna have to go find somewhere else. And I think the Panthers are still doing a hardy job of bringing stuff in, so I guess somebody stopped with that stack, maybe? But for now, I've called in all the traders twice over, and we've got everybody that can be doing harvesting and planting and stuff is doing that. I do need to keep like saving and shit. They will harvest in here, but I do need to get people to exclusively actually go harvest in there as well. It's not like we can leave that alone. You do some plants, but not high enough. Not Sky. Hamster should be able to. Hamster can. I know you're going off to bed, but I need you to be harvesting these before you go. This is the other thing too, is I know I have a lot of people that are daytimers, and I can't really have them fucking off to go to sleep right now because I need them to go and pick up whatever food can be harvested so that we can replant it, so that then it can be fucking harvested as soon as it's available. You two, oh, fucking Manatee's beating up Shadow. What did you two do? Insulting Spree, Shadow's medical skill. You're alright. I can see why that happened. The only problem is you two both do plant stuff. You're in here for plants. Alright, well when you're done with that, I'll get you to harvest all these, cause I'll be near enough to see these two when they stop fighting, so I'll be able to call them a rescue, hopefully. And then somebody should be able to come in here and replant it. Like I'm not... Oh no, they're both fine. Okay, that's fine. They probably need a rest for the night. Alright, so this little area is also done, and it's finally getting dark. So I'll have to find some other people to do this area. Cheddar, are you... Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, you're also a planting person. Before you go to rest, there's a lot in here for you to do. The animals should also go for a run back to where they sleep, and that will be super useful. Looks like Irela was coming up here by the look of it. And Inspired Trade Dawsbury. Nice. So, once I've got all this, my cook should come and collect these manually to keep cooking overnight. So the best thing about like in here is I don't have to worry. I accidentally told you to keep harvesting a bunch of stuff. I know Ram can do plants, so I'll get you to do that. And then, because I accidentally said to sow area, there are a couple of people coming in here to work on this, but whichever ones aren't, I'll get you to sort out. Yeah, the only good thing is my cooks will want to come up here to get stuff on their own. Okay, they're all coming to get stuff from that one. We don't have any plants up here. It is basically nighttime, so everything that was growing should have stopped growing for the night, and anything that is available will be available now. So I've just got to find people that are able to do plant stuff, and then get them to load up their schedule before they go to bed. These are... Maybe Azalea? What admin. Thank you for follow. Terrible for names. Where is my colonist? It's down. Camaro, mate, can you rescue her as well? Animal disease flu, that doesn't surprise me. We actually have medicine for them this time, so... And again, if we lose like, I don't know, 15 yaks, we're not going to lose all of them, so it's fine. I realized I like just saw Kelly and I'm like, she's in there, and I'm like, she does fucking planting stuff. I'm like, god damn it. Stansley though, no. Darkeye is going off to do planting stuff, I think, before, but can't do, what do you mean can't do plant cutting? You do animals, that's why. Ellie's a sad wanderer. Crow can do plants. Crow can do plants to a degree. And you're not assigned to it. Okay, that's fine. Alligator's right here. Tell you what, mate. I'll get you on this set. As long as I collect everything off the ground inside before dawn so that the animals don't eat it, we might have a leg up on food for like one more day. How are we going with that too? Okay, apparently we're up to 247 from 19 at the start of from how long ago? From like fucking 30 minutes ago. Good. Good. That's a day's worth of food. That's not even a day's worth of food in this colony. Okay, but that's still better than 19. This is why I'm doing this shit manually, for anybody that's wondering. I wouldn't normally sit here and like tell them to do all this crap, but I need somebody to constantly be harvesting stuff. Irela does plants. As soon as I saw her, I'm like, you do stuff. Yeah, I need them to bring inside as much food as possible to make as much food as possible so we have food. I also need anybody that's having a tantrum to preferably not be pigging out. And if they are doing a destructive tantrum, if I see somebody doing a destructive tantrum and I see them going towards the kitchen, I'm going to beat the ever-loving shit out of them. Because I can't risk them kicking a pile of food and losing like an entire stack of food again. That would just negate the entire what I'm doing here. There is one berry bush down there too. Who else is in the area? McJolly isn't that fast for doing stuff. There's nothing over here. There is some stuff over here to pick up. Grim does plants. No, you do cooking. Do you not do plants? Ah, yeah, you don't. Alright, that's fine. I saw Bren walking off. His Jet, the 2 T's. You do plants. I think Jet has just finished working on the other, like, area and, like, really wants to go to sleep, but they happen to walk past where I need them to be right now. Lavia, do you do plants? You do plants as well. You can tag out Jet. And Jet can go get some sleep in a moment, because they've been like mostly working on this whole time, so yeah, we'll eventually like meet up with where Jet's stuff is. Okay, that's Jet's stuff done. Frog, I think you do low cooking plants. You do animals. Skizzer, what the fuck do? You do animals. I was gonna say I should give him plants, but he can't do plants. Purple does do plants. And he's just finished and he's just going off to bed, but not right now, mate. I can see the animals still hanging around here. They're still trying to get like a bit of food before they go to bed. I think they know what I'm doing. I think they know that if they go to sleep, there is not going to be a crop out here. Mind you, if it grows tomorrow, they'll get a bit of food again. But maybe whatever they get is whatever they get at the moment. Armia's over there. She's going off to attend to an animal. But Armia, love, can you do plants? I'm sure you do. Yeah, you do. When you're done with that, after you tended to that animal, at least partially, I'll get you out here too. She's also supposed to be asleep. I'm going to have like such a pissy group of colonists in a moment because everybody's going to be tired. I also have to go make sure that Nina physically eats because Nina just won't fucking eat. Don't ask me why. I don't know what her beef is. I think she's a picky eater. She's allowed to eat anything. And we have food. But, yeah, no. Try to get all that. Vulture. Did I ask you before? No. Lasagna's probably going off to bed. He doesn't do that stuff. I think Al does. He does plants. Okay. Wait. No, he does animals. Okay, hold on. I was gonna look at something else before. What are you building? Oh, you're building a trap. I must have another EMPs again. Neat. I need to find somebody else before everybody goes to bed. Aurelia looks like she's going off to bed. Corpsey can do plants. Now I've got a large area of plants. Instead of tending to that yak, somebody else can attend. I have people that have medical skills and not much else, and I have people that have medical skills and everything else. And right now, the people that can just do medical skills, I would really rather them just be going and doing medical skills. I also see Nitro just right here, and I know you do plants, mate. You do some level of plants. Guess what you're getting experience on? There's only so many plants you can fucking botch. Esme also does plants. Apparently she doesn't do cutting. Hold on, Fred, where are you going with that? You do plants. I love seeing like my people walk past and I'm like, wait a minute, I know what you're able to do. I can also hear somebody's having a punch up again. So I see that there's like some rice already on the ground. I think that was Fred's that he dropped. I should have the panthers wanting to go to sleep soon, so they're not going to haul stuff in either. So we'll see how we go with that. How many colonists is it again? It's 303. How you doing, Ray? Oh, I accidentally told him to consume berries. That's fine. There's only so many times that's bad. And Bombay's been absolutely capped. Yeah, what are you up to? My colonists are kind of in a situation where I'm actually having to like manual some stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to get as much food as I can basically harvested overnight so that my animals don't eat all of our crops, so that we have food to actually survive and stuff. Because like my people will pick up like some rice, or at the moment what they're doing is they're grabbing full fucking simple meals and going and feeding it to the animals to keep them tame, and that's not what I want. So I actually really need them to like go and do this. Like they will to a degree, but right now I need all of my harvesters to not sleep and to basically just be here doing this for a while. So yeah, it's a critical situation. We've had 2 snow winters, and then we've had 2 cold snaps in spring that has like destroyed our ability to get plants. We also had like a bit of a low point where we didn't have any animals coming in, and we haven't had like any of the animals like replicate themselves, like, you know, have babies and shit. So I haven't been getting a lot of like offspring getting culled either. So, you know, I thought your record was 400 or something. No, I've never had 400. I would not want to have 400. I initially wanted to, like, when it looked like nobody was killing themselves, I was like, oh cool, we might actually, like, my standard is like about 100 colonists, right? And I'm like, oh cool, you know, I might be able to have like 200 colonists and stuff, and like I'll take like an army of 200 across the world and shit. And then I got 200, I'm like, okay, I guess 250. And then when we got to 250, I'm like, okay, maybe 300. I'm like, we've got 303. And I'm like, I'm cool if I like lose about 5 of them, because I've got 5 people that are on the death list, give or take. I've got 4 that have been on it for a long time, and I've got like 5 others that are about there kind of thing, just doing shit stuff to like get their medical privileges and stuff revoked. So yeah, I'd be cool to go down just under 300 again. That would be fine. But we also nearly had like 1,000 animals at one point. So yeah, we're back down close to like 500 odd animals at this point, which is a little bit better, you know. Oh, so what's that mad streamer at it again? Terrible. What's this, a rice crisis? What? It's horribles. No, I don't do any banishing. I don't do any banishing, and I don't like cull any of my colonists and stuff. Also, no worries, cat. The power went out. Ah, that is terrible. That will happen in the thunderstorm, though. I hope everything's all good and you can kind of still find, I don't know, some kind of comfortable sort of spot away from it. But yeah, my colony, we were doing okay food-wise. We moved with a lot this time. It's just that I wasn't really fully prepared to lose a season at a time of, you know, growing time period. We also didn't have the grow rooms up yet. And come back here, Silverware. I know you can do. I know, apparently not. Deco can. Yeah, I didn't have the grow rooms prepared for winter, and we weren't able to like grow anything in the snow. We lost everything that was planted. And then we got the cold snaps that completely just decimated what crops had been planted already in the spring. So we were supposed to get like 2 crops for spring, fresh out of winter, but we got none. I also have got other crops around the place that is not rice, but rice takes around about 3 days to grow on average. So it is currently the one that's producing the most. I also have like flowers and other shit for like the animals, hay grass and stuff, which we're not harvesting unless I do it by accident or whatever. So yeah, I'm trying to get all of this harvested and inside overnight so that my animals don't eat everything. Trying to get whatever I can from the night. So that then we actually have got food inside. Like I'm seeing octopus is taking food down to tend to an animal right now instead of a fucking survival meal or a simple meal or something like that, which they were doing before. They were wasting whole ass meals on the animals, and I'm like, that's just gonna get us killed. So yeah, the other thing too is because I'm telling them to like continuously like, you know, harvest an area, I'm getting all of my people that do planting are coming into this area, which is really good because I kind of need to grab them. You don't do planting. What? What else did I see walk in here before? It was like Enyo and shit. You're cooking meals. You do plants though. When you're done cooking that meal, get your ass back out in the field. But yeah, it's been like this for 3 weeks at this point in time. Has been critical. Like, I didn't really act last winter, and I should have. I should have acted way more sternly about the food situation. I should have culled animals a lot harder. But I was trying to get the population of animals up high enough to sustain this colony as well, because I need them to be producing like a certain amount of like furs and leathers, meat, wool, milk, that as well. Like the baby animals I was trying to hold on to till adulthood so that I could get the most amount of meat out of them. But yeah, as a result of that, obviously all of them have wanted to be fed, and my colonists have wanted to be fed. And yeah, I've also had a lot of animals obviously miscarriaging and stuff throughout winter, which is pretty common for my colony. Honestly, it's very normal. But I normally try to do a pre-winter cull of animals to account for the fact that most of them will get pregnant during like spring or whatever, and then I won't be able to feed them sufficiently during winter because it just won't have like crops outside for them. But I haven't had a map like this. No, I don't want you to drop your fucking weapon at the end of that. Clear that shit. I haven't had a map like this for a couple of years, because we're at like 3 years now. And yeah, so I haven't had one that gets snow in winter, which is a bit of an issue because I obviously can't grow shit in winter, which means that the grow rooms will eventually be all just food. At the moment, they're kind of a bit of a mixture. They've got like some stuff in there that's not like super critical when it's done saving. I also do want to quickly go around and change the couple of beds that say that they're doing like, you know, other stuff. You are not feeding that meal to a yak, mate. Take that back inside. Bloody Green's out here with a simple meal out in the paddock. Somebody out in the paddock will eat that. Be fine. But yeah, I'm just trying to harvest as much as I can. It's getting really close to dawn, and I need them to at least get like this huge section. There are other sections, but like if I was to sit here and pause it solidly, I absolutely could. Taco's on that one. I could absolutely get them to get all of this at night in one hit. It'd be fine. But this is also a bit of the struggle of my game, is I'm not like, I don't know, I'm not like holding my hand through it, because like the game is giving me cold snaps instead of fucking mech raids at the moment, and that's fine, I'll accept that shit. It's just as killing me, you know. I do want to keep going with the plants. Tyran, do you do animals? Or you do animals? I need these to be not that. They haven't been planted yet. You go inspired recruitment. I need this one to, I don't know if I can make it corn. Kind of can't. Make it potatoes. And these look like they're basically ready to harvest. So I'm also trying to swap these over because I had medicine and I had cotton growing in here. And that was great and shit, but I need it to be more, we actually have like a grow space now for like heal root elsewhere, so I don't need that to be inside anymore. Although the animals are going to use up all the fucking medicine, so it's not like it's gonna like form a solution for us. Make that more rice and that one more berries. And I've got 2 more of these grow rooms. Inspired recruitment. Yeah, I made it like, I had like 3 at a time because we couldn't heal any of the animals. And when I was planting these outside, we kept losing them. So I'm like, sure, I'll just move it inside. Now we super critically need it to all be food. I think the rest are food on that one. And it's almost fucking morning. So this one looks like it's almost harvestable, and this one is harvestable. So when they change that over, and I think they're the only 2 in there that are different. All right, let me just quickly have a look around before everything wakes up. I'll come back to that later. Before everything wakes up, is there any spots that I've missed? They're replanting up here. There's this section over here. I've got most of this bottom section I'm kind of leaving alone because the animals down here are like actually starving. Okay, and I got a spot over here. Okay, Worm, are you going off to sleep? You don't do plants. What about Sari? Sari doesn't. Nick Bar, Pig, no. Woozy, maybe? Beniko, do animals. Aber, Green's over here. But Green is kind of going for sleep, and honestly, they should get sleep at this point. They've been up all night. Alright, you can do shit. Alright. This is pretty close to where the animals are, but the last spot that has this is actually over near the kitchen. So I'll just stack up a bit of this. I think my animals are going to bum rush this area anyway. And I see Cypress coming down here too. Hold on. I know you can do plants. I need you on some plants over here now. Yeah, I think my animals will wake up and they will kind of bum rush this spot. So I don't know how much of this we're going to get. I'm going to leave like a bit of a corner here. The animals up the top, I don't know if they're going to get much as well. Franklin is going off to rest. He's too far over. He's close to this though. I could get him on this. I'll try to get that top area. Because I think they'll go to that bottom one first, and they shouldn't race over for this. They might though. Keiko and that are still working in that corner. We got the majority of it for the night. Like I said, anything that I can't get up in a night, they will try to, obviously, like the animals will get probably. And most of my people will go get some sleep. So, hold on, I saw that was botched. Who botched that? Was that Keiko? You can do plants. I know you're going off to sow an area. Do I have somebody up here that's closer? You do animals. You're probably going... You're stressed. You do planting, Camrod, inspired trade. You're a 1. I'm not going to have many up here. Fred is going off to rest. Rightly so, Gas. Animals. Frankie. Frankie does plants. Frankie, mate. Yeah, this is like the furthest away from my animals. They should not be lined for this. So I might be able to get some of this. I also think Acosta can maybe do plants. Yes, she can. Alright, well, I'll get her in here too. I think Byro might be either training that Rumbo, or I'm not sure. He might be planting stuff, but I assume he's training. So I'll see what I can get. And I'm hoping that the ones that have been harvesting all night near the kitchen have actually brought it inside. And then afterwards, Burrow, what do? You do animals, that's fine. Afterwards, I'll have a look at what their progress is with food for like a day. Acosta's on that one, that's fine. Because honestly, we started with like 19. Or you do plants. You come here too, mate. We started on 19, then I reckon we had like 200, but 200's like a day. And then I'm gonna kind of hope that they've got enough. Like I can see 65 rice in inventory at the moment, right? Just over here. And it's up to about 82. So we'll see what we can get inside by morning. Costa's got most of this by the look of it. And then you can sow that area. Okay. So should still have people coming up to bring stuff inside. Eddie doesn't do plants. Doug might. Doug does like a 4 on plants. That could get you some experience. I know there's a chance that they could botch it, but the more people that can do plant stuff, kind of the better. And if they got the ability, if they got a small ability, if I can get like a trainer thing for it, that would help. Abba, do you do plants? You kind of do a 3 on plants. There's still a couple here that look like they might have sprouted afterwards. So I'll get you to keep going on this, mate. And then I'll go check over near the kitchen because the animal's got to be waking up soon. Alright. So what do we got? Most of this has been brought inside by the look of it. Cool. What are you doing? Making kibble. Can I get you to... Beaver's bringing that inside. Peter's bringing that inside. I think everybody will be bagsing them to take them inside. Which I don't have a problem with. You can't do plants. Chalky should be able to do... No, you can't do plants. Vincent should be able to. Camel, I think, can. No, you do fucking cooking. Okay, they're replanting this. I'll steal Merino when they're done. And I'll get you out here to grab some of this. Actually, I don't mind that kind of kicked me off the person then. Because then I can grab an extra person. And we can do it that much faster. Merino's on that one. I still have grass over there. I'm seeing this as grass, but I'm like, I know it's rice. Like we've got like 88 rice in the kitchen at the moment by the look of it. They're still bringing it in. It looks more like they're bringing it in to cook more so than they're bringing in to do anything with it. And go, mate, let me grab you too. Which I don't really mind. I don't really mind if they've got it in the kitchen as long as they're bringing stuff inside. Same with like the I'm gonna take these off Takeo too because he's been here for a while. Snake, I know you can do planting. So you're gonna stand here with us. And Kangaroo's like right there and she can also do planting. So you come with me. I like when they kind of like hang around the area. It makes it so much easier. Especially just to find them. Because like when I've got one person constantly harvesting and not replanting as they go, I tend to like flush out an extra gardener to come work on it. Yeah, see this whole area right here is like fucking, you know, hill root. So I'm not worried about it. Takeo is having tantrum finally. What are you going off to destroy? I'm going towards the hospital, so it's fine. Go ham, mate. As long as people aren't breaking it. Williams, you don't do plants, no. Alright, well, I still got more to fucking get. The animals are up and about, so they're up in their like top quadrant little area. And these guys are eating up in here, that's fine. And these guys are eating away this corner, so I definitely didn't get much out of that. But they'll be coming for this area next. And they've got that. Alright. So, camera mate, do you do plants? I believe I asked before. Tadashi doesn't. Clark doesn't. I think human does. No. Okay, alligator does though. Plants, yeah, there you are. Alright. Yeah, they're coming over to bags this as we speak. Honestly, I've been kind of like working from behind to kind of catch up forwards with it. Like whatever's in the foreground area, I've been trying to like leave alone. Actually, human, can you do hauling? I know I got a panther on this and sand sleeve and all that and stuff, but I know that the animals will bags it if I don't. Like Nuffer is an animal. Farrell walks slow as piss, but mate, I know you do planting, but can you maybe just haul that inside? I'll grab like flesh here and stuff. Reserved by Sam, that's fine. Us, all of those should be reserved. I think Rat can do, yeah, you can do planting. So I'm also trying to get like the further back ones because my animals are catching up from the front end here. So if I can just get rid of what's back here, then hopefully I can get it inside before they fucking eat it. Mind you, there is this whole like little patch over here I've got to get to. Nason's coming down. Ray, Beaver. Alright, I'll leave them on that for like a hot minute. I'd like to get, I don't know, Jackal might be able to do some stuff. No, you do animals. Lorna, hold on. Yeah, you do plants. Alright, I'll get her on this. Because this is like further back. My animals can't get to it. I'm like, I was going to just quickly check on food and whatnot. But if I get her working on this and then I check on food, all this is bags. And then I've just got to like let my people literally bring it inside. Alright.